On to the Red Sea now, or should I say the Houthi backwaters. It's been the surprise package of Israel's war. Iran is not doing anything, Hezbollah is not retaliating, but Yemen's Houthis are doing a lot. These are ragtag militants fighting a civil war. How are they holding global trade hostage? Because the world is divided. Most countries agree that the attack should stop, but they won't say it out loud. Case in point, the United Nations Security Council. On Wednesday, the Council passed a new resolution. It demanded an immediate end to the Houthi attacks. 11 members backed the resolution. The remaining 4 abstained. That's Russia, China, Algeria, and Mozambique. Listen to their justification.
I
would like to once again underscore that this resolution cannot be seen as legitimizing the actions in the Red Sea of the so-called coalition made up of the US and its allies.
The draft resolution remains ambiguous on several key issues, which makes us worry that it might not be able to achieve the intended effect or even lead to negative consequences.
Do you see the problem here? They won't send warships, they won't condemn the Houthis, they won't back a resolution, but they won't veto it either. What does that tell you? No one wants to be the bad cop against the Houthis. They fear it will be seen as anti-Palestine. Why? Because the Houthis claim to be fighting for Palestine. It's not just Russia and China. Arab countries are also guilty here, especially Jordan and Egypt. Egypt earns around $9 billion annually from the Suez Canal. It's a mainstay of their economy. If ships don't use the Red Sea, Egypt will lose that money. Same with Jordan. The Red Sea is vital for their trade. It carries 33% of their imports and 54% of their exports, yet both these countries are silent. They would much rather suffer losses than speak out. So the Houthis simply carry on. Even the military muscle has not scared them. Just look at all the deployments. India leads the list. The Navy has deployed 10 warships in the region. That's the Red Sea plus the Arabian Sea. The US has deployed 3. The UK has deployed 3. Sri Lanka is planning to send 1. France, Italy, and Spain have 1 each, and Pakistan has 2 or 3. That's all the deployments we know of. Put together, around 23 warships. We're talking about advanced lethal war machines. 23 of them. But the Houthis don't care. On Tuesday, they took things up a notch. Some 21 drones were fired at vessels in the Red Sea. It was the largest Houthi attack yet. Thankfully, none of them hit their target. They were shot down by US and UK warships. But you can't shoot down every drone. Neither can you escort every ship. So what more can these countries do? Well, some experts say hit back. Don't just defend ships, go on the offensive. Both the US and the UK have now hinted at that.
We've warned them. We put ships in the Red Sea. They've got a choice to make, and the right choice is to stop these attacks. And as I said, again, I'll say it 3 times now, they'll bear the consequences for failure to do so.
So we call on Tehran, but also directly on the Houthis. This absolutely must stop. There will be consequences if it doesn't. And they have, I'm afraid, failed to heed the warnings issued on the 3rd of January.
Bear the consequences. That's the message from the US and the UK. But threats alone may not work. Minor reprisals won't deter the Houthis. We've already seen that. Last month, the US sank 3 Houthi boats. They also killed 10 of their fighters. But days later, the Houthis were back. So small responses will not work. And for big responses, there is no appetite. If you launch a major attack on the Houthis, it could trigger a wider war. The likes of Hezbollah or Iran may join in. So what's the solution? Maybe good old diplomacy. Iran has close ties with the Houthi rebels. Most of their weapons come from Iran, including some of the drones that they're firing into the Red Sea. So why not pressure Tehran to rein them in? It's the logical solution. But for that, we need to be on the same page. You can't be half-hearted like China, Russia, and the Arab world. You must admit it's a global problem. Some 12% of global trade passes via the Red Sea. It is not a regional issue. It's very much a global one.